Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video of our Dofus Let's Play. Today we're going to start off this episode with maging our level 60 Uginak strength set. So I've gone ahead and purchased everything that we need. We just need to get a few runes and yeah, we'll just get this under the way. So as you can see, I'm on my main character now who's got the access to a few of the maging, and I've got a few of the items here which we are going to be maging today. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm aware that we do need a few runes to start off with. So we'll go to the marketplace. Where is it? There we go. Now what I want to see is, because my Uginak is only times 2 XP, he is going to level up relatively slower than our Forge Lance because of the differentiation between XP rates. So we are going to be using this set which I'm making for quite some time. So I was thinking maybe going a bit of Transcendence rune for earth damage, if it's not expensive. Okay, yeah, so 60, what's that, 69k. If we put, 2 items with plus 6 earth damage, we'll have a plus 12 earth damage overall, so I'm more than happy to do that. We should be relatively good on the health. But yeah, let's have a look, see what runes we need. So Dazzling Cloak, we are going to need a few AP runes, because we have got some Gelanos and obviously amulets as well. So I'll buy 5 of those. Our cash stack is slowly dwindling down, which I'm quite aware of, so we do need to think of a good money making method, especially in the near future. Okay, let's have a look on Vitality, because we're going to need quite a few Vitality runes. So we'll buy a few hundred of these, because we're going to need quite a few, and obviously they're always worth getting. What else have we got? So we've got the Albwarian Warrior Ring, which relies on chance. This one's going to be quite an annoying one to mage, as it has 50 strength. So we'll buy a few regular strength runes here. Now I'm thinking the best way to actually, mage this ring, if we were to go down the Transcendence route, is just to buy orbs, because the low level orbs, which are here, are really cheap, so we can continuously keep orbing the ring until we get decent stats and obviously mage it, so it's a bit easier and actually cost effective, and I'll show you what I mean by that when we get into it. So MP runes, we are going to need a few of those for our boots. Now the reason why I buy 2 is, first of all, because they are cheap. These are really cheap items to purchase, and the second one is to crush one of them, because sometimes you might get really lucky, land a 1000x multiplier on these boots for instance and just get a stupid amount of runes. So it is worth doing sometimes. Now this belt, I mentioned it in the last video, it is ridiculously strong. For level 54, 10 earth damage is obscene, like really it actually is. 30 strength on top of that is, technically a base 130 plus strength for a level 54 belt. I think that is crazy. And the weapon, so I've gone for the Yench cutting sword. Now this one's going to be quite easy for us to actually mage because it has a range and we can just drop the range to mage whatever we need. However, we are only level 50 Smith Magus, so we will level that up today. It shouldn't take too long to get 10 levels. Okay, so we'll start off one item at a time and obviously work our way through it and see what we need. I'm not trying to spend a long time on this because I obviously did make a video previously regards to maging. This one is hopefully just going to be a bit of a quicker one, and then we'll go do some dungeons and go from there. So as you can see, this ring here, if we use one of our minor orbs, we have a chance to roll 30, 50, 50. It's going to be quite hard for us to get that. Now we don't need chance, so this one for instance is really good, and we can just obviously stack up the vitality as much as we want. So I'm going to do that and see how high we can get this. There we go, so we do a 3 on there now. Now I'm tempted to put the Transcendence rune on this, but I don't think it's going to land because it is obviously overmaged. Oh, yeah, okay. So it has to be 30 vitality. So, I'm wondering if it's actually just worth us No, we're not going to get that one. So we need to lose 2 more strength and then add a 3. There we go. Okay, we need to lose 1 vitality. So to lose 1 vitality, we need to add on a 1 density rune. So for instance, the char rune will drop 1 vitality. Oh, sorry, it'll drop 5 because the vitality is worth 5. Duh. Okay, but that's good because now we can just stack it up. Now this is where it gets a bit difficult. So these regular strength runes are not going to be strong enough to get 50, or they could. There is a possibility, but it's quite low, as you can see. So we ideally want this to sit at around 47. Now I'm going to use an orb here, and we want to get this to a multiple of 3. Okay, that's really bad. So that's okay. So that one is that's a really good roll. Wow. Okay. And that's even better. That is perfect. So now we can slap on the Transcendence rune, and we've got 6 earth damage on this ring. So I'm pretty happy with that one. Overmaging the vitality on this ring would have been scrutinizingly painful because it's got no sync other than chance, and chance is literally worth, 1 sync per chance. So that would be ridiculously hard to overmage, other than using the MP reduction or the lock itself. But because it's in the minus, yeah, I think this is just the better way to go personally. Okay, so moving on to... Sorry, I didn't even crush these items. I should have crushed these items first. Let's definitely crush the amulet. So this one's already overmaged, so we'll crush that one and we'll focus on AP. Okay, we got 1 AP rune, so this one cost me around 25k, and we obviously got an AP rune back, so we did make a bit of money on there. And for the boots, it doesn't really matter which one we crush, and we'll go for an MP on that one. Oh, unfortunate. Now we have got some dazzling cloaks. I've also got a powerful one as well, which I didn't even realise I had. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So when I see a multiplier that's around this high, obviously, for an item that's going to give us 5 AP runes, that's 180k. Looking at the recipes, adding the average lot price up to see if that is, feasible to make some money. 67k, 7.9. We'll keep a note of that item, just because we might have some of the resources in the bank, so we could craft a few of them, and then we'll crush the regular one. Yeah, that's not going to do us any justice. Okay, so the amulet. So the amulet should be easy to mage. I say that with everything. I say that with every item. But the reason being is because all we need to do is drop the AP. We don't really care for agility personally. Obviously, it would be nice to... Why is it not working? Would be nice to have some agility in play, just so we have a bit of extra dodge. Okay, there we go. So hopefully we do drop the AP sometime soon. There we go. So we dropped it, and we got plus sync, so we've got 100 sync to work with. Again, I'm going to go with 99 just to be on the safe side. So we're going to throw in some vitality runes here, and we're going to get this to 100. So we're going to put in 20, so that's minus 20 sync. So that's 99 minus 20. So we've got 79 sync left. So we'll just combine all these runes here. Hopefully every single one lands. We've got a crit. So that's 1, that's 2, 3. Okay, so we've got 3 crits there. So we go plus 3. Now when we get a crit, that doesn't lose any sync. So actually we're on 82 sync. And that means we can add on another 5 of these. So then we go minus 5, and that'll put us back to 77. Okay, yeah, so no crits there. So next we're going to go for is the Parvi runes. So let's just combine a few of these regular vitality runes into much stronger ones. There we go, so Parvi. We'll make 100 of those because they are going to be quite used in the maging today. Okay, so there we go. So we've got 77 left. So that means we can do 20 24, I believe. I'm not sure, my maths is not the best. We'll do 20 just to be on the safe side, so that's going to take us 60 sync. So we're going to be left with 17 sync. Now, when it gets higher, obviously it's less likely to land. Okay, that's a pretty good mage, and we'll slap on the AP. Boom. So we got 180 vitality, 20 strength, and we've actually still got a bit of agility, which is nice. So that was a really easy mage. We are left with 17 sync, I am aware, but I don't want to be risking too much money when we are running out of karmas quite quickly with maging all this gear. Okay, so that's the amulet done, that's the ring done. I did buy an AP Gelano. I've got a regular one here, and let's just, yeah. So the reason I had that Gelano in the bank, and I've just thought, for fun, let's see if we can get an AP NP EXO. I do have one already, which I'm not using, so we will use that if we don't land it. But it's always worth giving it a go. Okay, so here we don't really care for the dodge, to be honest. We do want perfect earth damage, and obviously perfect strength. So we are looking to drop the MP. Let's get rid of this down here. So it's pretty much the same procedure as to what we just did with the amulet. We're going to have to go for dodge now because we've got no sync to work with. And then we can go free strength. Okay, that's quite annoying. Yeah, we don't want that to land, so I guess we'll just try a vitality rune. There we go. So MP is probably going to drop with... So these densities are not relatively high. You've got a 5 and a 4, and then obviously we've got a 1 and a 3. So the MP has a 90 density, so this basically means that the stronger the rune, the more likely the stronger variant of that specific characteristic on the item will fall off. So we ideally will drop the MP when applying a earth damage or a dodge rune, or even a pass strength. So when we add a vitality one, for instance, it's either going to land or it's going to take away quite a low cost characteristic such as 1 strength. Okay. Now we could just try slap on a few of these. We haven't got much earth damage runes to work with, so we do need to be careful of that. They do seem to cost quite a lot at the moment as well. Okay, that's good. And we can also go MP parry, I've just remembered. So even though it's in the minus, we are able to still apply these at this item. And that just helps us in regards to dropping the MP, because it's another stat that we can utilise to drop a specific stat. The MP doesn't seem to want to come off, which is quite annoying. Okay, so we're going to have to just get some more earth damage runes for the time being. It's going to be used in, earth damage is going to be one of the things we're going to be utilising quite a lot with Yuginak. By 100. I know I said earlier about my karma's dwindling away, and I'm not helping myself really. Okay, so boots. Right, we need the earth damage. Let's get the dodge back up. Oh, there we go. So we dropped the earth damage. We dropped the MP. And we got plus sync, so we didn't lose any sync off that one. So we've got 90 to work with, and yeah, so we can do, if we do 2 of these. 1 crit, that's 2 crit, 1 crit, sorry, so that means we're left with 87. Now, just because I'm extra careful, I'm dropping that to 80, just because I don't want to be doing this for too long. If I was fully confident in maging, and, I would utilise every single sync value to a point, but because I'm not confident at all in maging at the moment, I'm just going to play it safe. So for instance, we are left with 87 sync, but I'm just going to be, working with this item as though we have 80. So we're going to throw in 20 sync now. We've got 1 crit, 2 crit. Okay, so we got 2 crits on there, so that means we lost, so we do minus 20, so we're left with 60. plus 2, so we've got 62 sync. Now, I usually use 5 Vi runes up until 100. So for instance here, we're going to need another 5. So we're going to minus 5 away from that, which leaves us with 57. We only landed one of those, so we're going to do another 4, just until we get to the 100. Okay, so we need to do 3. Ooh. Again, being cautious of sync, so we lost 4 and we lost 3. Okay, and then we're going to minus 1, because we're going to use 1 here. There we go. So now we're left with minus 4, minus 3, minus 1 is minus 8. So we're left with 49 sync in total. So 49 sync, and then we're going to switch over to the free cost runes. So when I say free cost, I mean the density down underneath the category. If you hover over it, you can see the density. So this is the multiplication which we're using, and we're going to put the number 3 into this number. So however many times 3 can go into 49. So it'd basically be 49 divided by 3, which would give us the amount of runes we're able to use. So in this case, 10, we've got 16. So we've got 16 chances at this one. And that would be a minus 48. So we're left with 1 sync after we've applied all these runes. Obviously, unless we get a critical. One more? Nice. Okay. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Ah, that's just the the way of maging, unfortunately. Now, not all's lost. Because we are maging a level 60 or below item, we can just use the minor earth orbs, which, as you saw at the beginning, are very cheap. And yeah, that was a very lucky roll. 33, 3. Okay. And we're just going to go straight on with vitality again. And to save you guys a hassle, what I'll do is I will come back once the MP has dropped, and we'll go again from there. Okay, so about 5 minutes later, we managed to drop the MP, as you can see here. Minus 1 MP plus sync on the MP parry runes. We did apply 1 earth damage, and we got plus sync on that one. So let's just work this out. So 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are on 83. Obviously, for convenience sake, let's do 70. If we get lucky on this one, then obviously happy days. So we'll do 20 regular vitality runes, 2 crits, so that's 2, 3. Okay, so we got 3, so that means we're only minusing 17. So that leaves us with 53. And we need to do another 5. Okay, so we landed 1 there, 02. So 5. And that'll put us at 48. Oh god, 48. We need to add another 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so minus 7. And then we're left with 41 sync. So now we look at the power vise, because we're at 100, which is essentially the cap for allowing 5 vitality runes. Not necessarily a cap as though you can't do it, more necessarily a cap in a way that it's going to be less likely for you to actually hit a 5 vitality rune, so you want to move over to the 15 vitality runes. Okay, so this one would be a total of 41 divided by 3, which is going to be 33. Oh, sorry, God, 13. Oh God, I don't want to put 72 in. That would mess up quite a lot. Okay, yeah. So yeah, 10 times 3 is 30. 3 times 3 is 9. So that's 39. So that will leave us with 2 sync remaining after we've applied these runes. Obviously, if we get a crit, happy days. Okay, no. Right, so we've got 1 MP rune left. Now, I'm just hoping this lands. I'm not going to look. And we'll be right back. Okay, so attempt number 3. Now, I bought a few more MP runes. This one didn't take quite as long. We actually got it on an MP parry. So that's a 7 density, so it's quite easy to drop that one. So we'll go 83. We'll say that is 75, just for convenience sake again. Vitality runes, so we're going to throw in another 20, and hopefully all these ones land. So we've got 1 crit, 2, 3. We've got 3 crits, so that's minus 17. 65, 7. So that's what, 58? And we need to add on another 9. Wow, so we got quite unlucky there. We got 1 crit. Okay, so 1 crit, so that's minus 8. So we got 50. And let's add on another 4. Ooh, that's very unlucky. So we're at 46 already and we haven't got 100 vitality. So 46, 3, 6, 9. No, okay. Let's try 1. Yep, so now we're at 45. And the reason why is because I'm going to go straight into these ones now. So adding the pars is going to be a total of 15 because 45, 3 goes into 45 15 times. And that will leave us with exactly 0 sync. Obviously ignoring this part because this is just my sort of safeguarding technique where I'm kind of dropping a few sync off anyway. Now because I'm only maging vitality, it's not as important. If I was maging, say, a level 200 item, I would definitely be utilising every single ounce of sync value that we have. But just because it's vitality and for the sake of my sanity, come on, 1 more. Okay, 1 more's fine, 1 more's fine, please land. Nice. Okay, we take that. That took 3 tries, so I'm pretty happy with those. 3 earth damage, 140 vitality, pretty good. Next one is the belt, which I have been putting off for a long time. Now we don't really need the wisdom, so I'm quite happy dropping the wisdom. This one's got also quite a varied amount of sync because we need to utilise quite a lot of the stats it gives us. Now the wisdom isn't really something I'm quite important on keeping, just because obviously we're going to be getting a lot of XP from quests and achievements. So wisdom is not my, the one I want to really keep on there. Resistance, again, I'm not really too bothered about resistance. We can use it for sync. Ooh, I thought we was going to get very lucky there. But yeah, keeping 10 earth damage is going to be quite hard, because it is already quite a high stat. So my goal on this one is to, because there's no sync, there is obviously sync. What I'm saying is there's no sync that we can really work with. As soon as I get this to around 50 vitality, I'm just going to try a Ra, like that. Again, it's not the best, but we've kept all the stats that we want, so if we was to ignore these two, these are the only stats that we're really bothered about. So I'm pretty happy with that one. I don't want to spend too long on maging, so yeah, let's move over to the cape, which should be relatively easy. These capes are always typically easy to mage. I don't know why my audio is not working. Let me... Okay, so again, this is the same technique as before. We just want to drop the AP off, which is relatively easy with wisdom, because you can just use some of the high cost wisdom rooms such as the Ra and the Pa. But if we get it dropped off with a vitality, happy days. Okay, doesn't seem like it's wanting to drop off, so I will come back once it has. Okay, that took no time at all, purely because I tried adding a range rune on there, just to speed up the process. So, let's see with what we've got here. We've got plus sync, so we minused 3, 6. Oh, sorry, that's 9, 18. Wow. Oh no, we got a crit on that one, so it's just -9. So -9 off of that's 91. Let's say we've got 85. Now this will be interesting to see because I don't know, even though the range rune failed, I don't know if that adds sync on, but we will see in this mage here. So let's do the same again. Let's do 20 vitality. Now we're going to get a lot of crits, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 crits there. So we're actually only going to -12, which leaves us with 73. We need another 4 runes to add on here to make it to 100. Okay, we landed 2, so we need another 2. That's 1, 2, 3. So 5. Yeah, it was 5 -3, so 8. So that means we're going to be put at around 65 sync. Now 65 sync gives us basically 20 tries at the par. So we'll just pop on par and see what happens. Just remembering we obviously have got 3 left to utilise. Yeah, so we'll make some more par runes. I would love to get this cape over 200, but it's going to be really difficult for us to do that. And again, I don't want to be spending too much time on this because we've got dungeons to fight. Okay, so par, we'll make another 10. See, we are running quite low on the vitality runes now, and we haven't even finished. That's the main thing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Game's a game. Be right back. Okay, so yeah. Let's not talk about it. Let's move on. We'll keep this as it is. Right, so I think we've got. So we'll just equip these to make it easier for us. Got that one. This one. Okay, so the hat is a Kara cap, which I actually don't have. So I was just looking to buy one off the market. They are very, very, very cheap. If there is a mage one already on there, I think just purchasing it is probably the best choice, depending on the stats of it. So we'll have a look at Kara cap. There it is. So yeah, 35k for one. Now I love maging Kara caps. Like, it is probably one of my favourite items to mage, especially when like a Temporis server comes out, for instance. Like, everybody wants to mage a Kara cap. They are very easy to mage, I must say, but looking at the price of one of these, I'd rather just pay for one now than mage it myself. I mean, that one's pretty cheap. Where is it? The 223. There we go, this one, 224 for 135k. We'll go for that one. Okay, sweet. So we just need to level our Smith Magus up now. So the best way to do that is to get an item, which is the current level you're at. And for instance here, we'll look what has damage. So the Utar hammer has damage. Let's see if there's anything with more sync. So for instance, if we go to secondary characteristics, is there anything with a summon? Okay, this one, it's got 2 summons, and it's really cheap. Perfect. This should make it very easy. And we'll change this to 55, just so when we get to 55 we can upgrade. Savage Root, hammer, we can only do hammers unfortunately, so we'll do hammers. I don't want to spend too much on this again, so we'll keep it as that for now. And that should be okay for us to get to level 60. Now, I've not forgotten about the second Transcendence rune we have, which I'm planning on putting on the sword. But part of me is thinking I should have put it on the belt, but I don't know if it would have hit the belt, because then it would have been 60 nerf damage, so I'm not sure if that would have worked. Or even the boots. The boots, it surely would have worked on them. But yeah, the vitality overall for this set is looking really nice. If we hover over our vitality plus, we've got a 803, which is really strong for level 60 already. Okay, so we need to go to Smith Mage. And I'll see if I have any summon runes already. I don't think I do. No, we don't. Okay, so we need to crush one of these. Now, I think summon runes might be quite expensive as well, so let's be careful with that. Let's crush for both. Summon runes are 3k a pop, but it is very fast XP. Now, let's see if we have anything in our Haven bag that we can potentially crush. Ooh, I don't want to crush that, but I kind of do as well. Oh my god. Oh, we already had Dazzling Cloak, but it's even worse than the one we've got. Yeah, I have got a few good items in here that are already pre-maged. Obviously won't be utilising any of these until later on. Like I know I've got a dragon. I think this is like my level 100 set I was making. This cape's pretty nice, but no, nothing that we can crush for summons. So we might just have to purchase. Oh god, this is becoming a very expensive video. But you know what I do say is, it's money in a video game. It's really not gonna be the end of the world. Okay, so we'll buy. I was so tempted to buy 100. Okay, we'll buy 30. 30 might be enough. They do give us quite a lot of XP, which you'll see at the bottom here. If we change our custom gauge to... Oh, I don't know why it's not letting us change it to Smith Magus. It's a bit weird. Costume... What? Okay, I don't know why it's not letting us change, but hey ho. Right, so this one we're going to do... let's use some pushback damage runes just to knock off the summons. Really cheap runes, and I've got quite a few of those, so I don't mind. And we got level 51 from that. 1 summon, 2 summon, level 52. So as you can see, summon, because the density of this rune is 30, it just makes the XP a lot higher if you are to land that rune. Now the density of pushback is 5, so it is, you know, it's a 6 times less amount of XP as we are to put a summon on, but it still is pretty decent. And obviously the level of the item does give you better XP. So the closer level the item is to your current level, the more XP you are going to be gauging from that. Okay, this is taking forever now. Maybe we throw on a... I really want to do an MP rune. Let's do a range rune because that is worth 50 sync. Yeah, so we should drop off both of those. Now the reason why I don't like using range runes to drop sync is because they are quite expensive, but you are guaranteed pretty much every time for it to drop off. Okay, there we are, so level 55, which means we can switch over to the second one. The second one, again, I think just add in a range rune. We are going to need these range runes, so I don't want to be using them all, I've just realised. A hunting weapon rune, maybe? Okay, and then we'll just do some MP reductions, because that is worth 21 sync, wow. So that's definitely worth doing. So I am just trying to utilise a few of the runes, which I have quite a few of. So crit is worth 10 density, so this is quite a nice one to use. $57. Oh wow. That's quite lucky. We landed 2 summons. Interesting. I think you can get 3 summons. Yeah, you can. But that's the odds of that happening are quite low. So I'm not going to be going for 3 summons. Plus I'm never going to be using this hammer anyway. There we go. So level 60, that took less than 5 minutes. Brilliant stuff. So this one here, we've got crit damage, earth damage. The only thing we don't really care about is range, which is good for us because range allows us to utilise the sync. Neutral damage we do care about because, as you can see, this weapon does hit neutral. So we do want to keep these stats as high as possible before the range drops off. Now all these runes here are quite high in density value, which means that the the range should drop off relatively easily, which gives us access to, you know, put up a few of our lower cost stats, such as strength and vitality. So I'm not going to be focusing too much on these at the moment until the range drops. There we go. So he dropped the range there, which leaves us with 55 or 56. Let's say 50 for sake. We have got perfect stats overall here. We just need to get our strength up to 40 and our vitality up to 60. So let's use 1, 2. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's one crit, so that's -1, -2, -3, -4. So we're at 56 sync. So we just need to get this to 60 now, which I think the only number we can get it to is actually I've got an idea. No, I don't have an idea. Okay. We could get this to really high vitality, or we could put on 6 earth damage. This is difficult. Do you know what? I don't think this is going to hit because we are over vitality. Yeah, okay, so we need to lose 1 vitality. And now we need to lose 1 strength. Okay. So that's the highest we can get in terms of vitality, and because it happens in multiples of 5 unless we want to drop a 1, but we can't drop 1 vitality, we can only drop 5s. So, oh well, I'm happy with this one. Okay, I don't know whether I should have just added the range on. Wow, that's so stupid from me. Even though we don't need the range, I think we should have still added the range on. But anyways, so that's the core set kind of finished. We just need to do Vigilano, which is probably the most tedious part, I can't lie. MP AP Gilanos can cost onwards of 1.5 mil, so you have a 1 in 100 chance of landing an MP rune, and you know 100 MP runes is 2.1 mil, so it is cheaper in respect to buy the ring itself. However, some people do have that RNG element. So we will use the remaining MP runes and just see if we can hit it. It'd be quite interesting if we do. And the best way to do this is literally just to throw the MP runes on there. Yeah, okay, so didn't land, which is it's not a massive issue. And yeah, the AP doesn't want to land either. Okay, that's perfect. Let's try for 6 earth damage, I guess, but I'm pretty confident that's never going to happen. How much are these worth? 5? Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Wow, okay. Yeah, fair enough. That's quite lucky. Nice. So if we look at our set now, I keep saying so quite often, it's really annoying me. So if we look at our set now, we can see the stats here. So it gives us 34 earth damage, and that is with no trophies as well. So we are going to be around 50 earth damage, which is going to be really nice for our level. Like level 60 with 50 earth damage. Without the pet is not going to give us earth damage, it's going to give us crit damage. We could swap out the P-Win for the level 60 earth pet, which would be probably a lot better. I can't lie. But I don't have the funds for that, I'm afraid. We are going to go for a Clune because of the melee damage, and I'm not really bothered if it's maged or not, but we just need it to have at least 3% melee. Okay, 450k? Are you crazy? I mean, oh, what's that one? 2% melee. 5 initiative. I mean, we don't really need initiative because our Forge Lance is always going to go first anyway. So I'm thinking just to buy in. Actually, let's. Yeah, okay. We'll just buy that one for now. Perfect stuff. So I believe that is the set finished, which I'm really happy with, I must say. So let's get this over to our Uginak, which I don't even know where he is. Where's he gone? Oh, it's offline. Okay, let me log into the Uginak. Let's just log in here quickly. That's probably why the sound has gone off as well. There we go. Right, okay. So Uginak logged in. Let's meet at the Astrub City Centre. Now I know it's annoying me tabbing, but it's because my hotkey doesn't work with this character. So what I'm going to do is just swap everything over to my other character, and then we will continue with the video. This one's going to be quite a long video because we have to get through the Quaqua dungeon as well. Oh, that's my bad. I should have taken the items off. Now I have actually got the Seminole as well, which is here. The Plum and Golden, which I was thinking of putting on the Uginak, but I'm not too sure now. So let's transfer all visible items, and that's it. So then we'll go back to Vazrik. And let's take off all of the wisdom gear, because we don't need the wisdom gear anymore. Did help us quite a lot, I must say. We was getting some really good XP from this. Ooh. I forgot I had this shield. It gives free crit as well. I wonder if that's better than the one we've got. Alright, let's withdraw all this. But yeah guys, let me know your thoughts on the set I've just made. I know it definitely could be a lot better, don't get me wrong. However, I think for level 60 this is going to be a really useful set. And it is going to hit relatively hard for this level, so me personally I'm quite happy with how it turned out. So let's just see what trophies we have for our Ugi. And again, having the combination of Uginak and Forge Lance I think has been a really good combo, and we'll get to see that throughout the rest of the series. Trophies. Oh, I think I've withdrew all my trophies. We don't need anything else, do we? But we do have a lot of XP to accept, so we'll do that now. Level 75. Very nice. Good thing about doing these achievements is the karmas we're getting is basically doubled because of the second character we have. And the amount of karmas just goes up every single time we do a dungeon. Okay, so we've got the Gelano, the sword, amulet, boots, belt, and ring. Got the hat, the cape, another shield. Got the Rabid, the Viger, Destroyer, the Devastator. And I believe that is it. Can't think there's anything else that we need to give this guy. But yeah, it's laggy. So we'll accept this. I'm really excited to put this on and go try it out, just to see how much damage we can do. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking... Yeah, I think this shield we've currently got is probably going to be better. The 3% critical is really nice for us. Ah, we are missing one trophy. Oh, we're on 42 earth damage, yeah. Would be nice to swap out the pew in. 42 earth damage, not too shabby. Let's just go see how much damage we deal now. And to remember, we're not scrolled, which is something to point out. So 200 into strength, and then 95 into vitality. And look at our vitality, wow. If we had an MP Gelano, which I do actually have on Vazrik, which I will trade over now because I'm not using it on this character, we are able to go 10, what is it? Yeah, 10 and 5, which is really good. Where is it? I think this is it. Oh, I can't exchange it. Now the reason being we don't need it on Vazrik is because we have the Cruel Trouble. So that gives us 1 MP, and we can actually swap that out if we want to for the Bid Jizz. What an interesting name. But I do think this one is just better. 6 air damage and 60 agility over this one, which just gives us some crit. It's not worth swapping. Still got the belt, and we've put on the 2 set bonus with the Crocodile Chief. So we get 15 agility and 15 chance. These boots are just better than the Erdala. Obviously they give less vitality and a tiny bit less agility, but they give us 6% resistances across water and air. And then the ring gives us 2% over earth and fire. So we are covered by all resistances by a tiny amount. So yeah, let's trade this over quickly. I feel like I'm dragging this on for too long now. Okay, so Gelano. Sweet. Okay, let's go to our pouch, and I'm really intrigued to see the damage output. Now we do need to scroll, which is going to make a fractional difference, nothing too major. Sweet, so we do want to attack in melee, which is what we can only attack in. So 142 without being in a prey state. Mastiff does 97 to 109, and the sword, wow, 298, and we don't even have weapon skill yet. So Watchdog here, and remember we have got 10 AP. The reason why we wanted 10 AP is because we unlock Cerberus at level 65, which as you can see is a 4 AP spell. Now this spell is really strong, 28 to 31 flat damage compared to our 18 to 20. So this is going to hit really big. We're going to use a Cerberus, and then we're going to use 2 Watchdogs. And if we wanted to, obviously we have got the Yench Cutting Sword. It's going to be very useful too. Let's go into a stronger pouch just to see our damage. So if we summon a Yapper, when we hit a target, the Yapper will hit it as well. Not for much damage, but you know, it is something. Now we want to go into dog mode just to see how much damage we can actually hit. There we go. So once we go into our dog mode, we gain a bunch of MP, and it increases our final damage by 20%, which may not seem like a lot, but it really is. So basically that's just put our Watchdog up around 30 base damage, and because we crit, we hit really high. Mastiff has gone up by around 20. So for instance here we're going to have a regular turn, which is going to be, you know, 2 of these, and then we can obviously follow up with a Cerberus when we get it, but we do have the option to use 2 Mastiffs as well, so 1 there, and then obviously to finish off. So critical 32%. Yeah, I'm really happy with this character, really happy with how it's come out, and I've not played much Uganak myself. I have played a few different variations in PvP, but I've never really delved into the world of an Uganak, and I think it's going to be really exciting to go through this journey. As an Uganak and a Forge Lance, 2 of probably my favourite characters at the moment, I must say. But yeah, we will be right back when we hit the Quaqua dungeon. And here we are, back at the Quaqua dungeon now. So we're in the final room. Managed to get our Uganak down here too, all in one piece. And I am looking forward to this one. I think we should be able to do this with all achievements. We do have also the summoning of the Chaferu spell, which should help us quite a lot. One other factor with this one is because we have a bit more health, we should be stable. We have a good option. We have a few good options for shielding. So let's just jump straight into it and see if we can actually overcome what is the Quaqua dungeon. Okay, so where are we? Down here. Okay. Okay, so we've got the zombie and clean hands. Now, clean hands is the harder of the two in this dungeon. Makes it quite difficult to finish enemies off because it is reliant on pushback. But, I'm thinking the best thing we can possibly do is because you cannot summon Chafer until the second turn. So, okay, let's make sure we move. We don't want to be failing that one. Alright, so 1 MP. So we're going to Prey State on the Wind Quack. Now we are going to hit quite high on this guy, so we do need to be careful. Tracking. Yeah, as you can see, 285 to 308. And, ooh, that would kill on a critical, so we're not going to risk that. We'll just summon our Yapper, which should do a bit of damage. So the only way we're going to kill these monsters is by summoning a Chafer or pushback. And we got minus earth resistance on the boss, so... Okay, this isn't too bad. If we withdraw our... Actually, we don't need to withdraw our lance. We'll do it just to be safe. Okay, we can hit the Wind Quack now, and we can also push him back again. And then we should be able to summon a Chafer. Okay, so now all the Chafer needs to do is hit the Quack, but... yeah, it never happens. Oh, and it did. Nice, that's good. Okay, so we'll leave the Wind Quack for now. I'm going to shield up. We can't summon a Chafer on Yugi because we've already got our Yapper out. However, if we... we can't kill it either, so I guess it's just a case of whittling away at some of these other monsters. I should have put my pushback pet on the Forge Lance, that would have helped quite a lot. Okay, sweet, so that's one of them down. Wow, that guy hits so hard, what the hell. We can try focus the boss now, I guess, but... ooh. Okay, let's do it. Oh no, that kills. Shit. That's really bad. Just gonna have to push back again. And then I guess we'll hit this guy. Just so we've got him quite low. Okay. Chafer's 2 for 2, which is nice. Wow. We are quite low on the Forge Lance, but let's Prey State and get some damage off. Okay, this is looking alright. I'm not scared at the moment. I can't afford our Vazrik to die, and he's getting very close. This Quack's gonna hit us. Okay, so we do have dodge, which is good. It means we can get out of this tricky situation and shield up. Ice Quack is very low. Okay, let's just move one cell. God, I'm so bad for time at the moment. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't really think of what to do in this tight space. Okay, let's fix up. Let's think about this. Right, so we've got this guy here, and we can't move to him. But what we can do is we're gonna have to summon a chafer, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Crit. Oh, unfortunate. Okay, so both chafers are just going to attack each other. The issue with this challenge is obviously clean hands but 1 MP, so you can't really position too well. So it is all AI. This Quack is so strong. Okay, we've got release, which is good because it means... What does it mean actually? Okay, if we put this here, and then we release, nice, that's 1 more dead. And I guess we can push back again. Quick, quick, quick. Okay, okay. It's a shame I can't push back with the Oogie. We have got prey state, so that means we can get closer. And we can actually hit this guy for some decent damage. Oh, that would kill. Yeah, we've got nothing else that pushes back, so let's just hit twice. And we did move, so that's good. Nice. So we really just need to kill this Earth Quack, and we should be good. Quaqua is half HP, so that's pretty decent for us. And we can utilize Noah too. Let's just heal up. Just want to be safe here. We can summon Yapper actually, which will hit. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but it'll do something. And if we can get this guy low enough... see, crit is just so strong. 56. Oh, this one's good. Okay, we didn't crit, but it's all good. Nice. So we can release the Quack now. Oh, never mind. We could have released the Quack, which would have helped us. Chafer's not going to do us anything, so... Ooh, actually, if we summon a Chafer here, which is a critical hit as well, we can do that, and then we can push the Chafer into the Quack. Nice. And now, this crit Chafer is really useful, because it lowers the target's MP by 1. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Right, I think if we push the Yapper away, just to get some space. Yeah, we can't really do anything at the moment. We just need the boss to come up closer and we should be good. But he keeps running away, so... If we create some distance... Oh, this guy's so annoying. Okay, let's shield. And let's move here. Okay, boss is coming in close. I think he only hits in a straight line, so... Can we close the gap on him now? We can go here, which would do some decent damage. Oh, never mind. Ah, this is so annoying. Let's just get as close as we can. And then we move up one cell. Okay. I think we're just gonna have to shield with the Yugi. We can't really do too much here. If we go here, we block line of sight, so the Quaqua has to come to this cell here, which he does. Nice. Oh, and we locked him. Okay, we are quite low, so we need to be careful. Okay, that doesn't kill, which is good. And we'll release and move. Right, I don't think that does anything for us, realistically, but we've got Quaqua closer to us. We can summon a Chafer, I guess, or a Yapper. I think Yapper is probably the better choice. And what does Bloodhound do? Attracts 2 cells. We can't use Carrion, Marrowburn we can't really use. Ulna gives us MP. Okay, I guess we just heal and just hit. Oh my god, this is coming to the wire. This is really annoying. We don't have shield till next turn. We do have this. Ooh, I know. We can move here. Go down. We can hit. Ah, do we hit twice or heal? Okay, I think we heal now, just to be safe. If I move there, yeah, if I move here, the Quaqua has to come here, which is good for us because he'll get locked by the Forge Lance. I am assuming. I should have hit first though. Okay, not to worry. Let's see what happens. Okay, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. That is literally the best thing that could have happened. I think we might be okay now. I think we might have done it. Silver activates, which is good. Alright, so push back 1. We won off. That's so annoying. Push back 2. Okay, 70. We can hit we can hit 20 here, which does decent damage. I think that's probably the way to go. We hit a 20. We want to keep the lance on us, so we're just going to use this spell. We used an MP, so we don't need to worry about that. Whew. Okay, okay, right. Mastiff would kill, so we don't want to do that. What does Tibia hit? Okay, this is good. So let's go here. How much AP is Tibia? 4. Carrion is 3. Okay. Oh no. The Yapper needs to hit 17. It's definitely not going to hit 17. Okay, it's blocked. It's locked. Oh no, it's not. Okay, I think we're fine. I'm pretty confident now because we got release. I just really don't want to mess this up. I'm just going to summon a Chafer and run. Nice. There we go. Bloody hell, that was actually quite intense. But as you can see, yeah, definitely worth it. Let's have a look at what we got. So 1.6 million XP just from doing Duo, and obviously with all the other achievements. If we're going to Uginak, I didn't claim the other ones, so this would have been a full run. Obviously it is a bit less because he's not on the ×4, but as you can see here, fully fledged Quackers, Quacks, Bracks and Wax. So accept all of those, 63, 64, and that is perfect. That is literally the spell we wanted, Cerberus. So what a brilliant way to end the episode with Cerberus. Ooh, they look exactly the same. Anyway, this is an important part. We need to speak to the Flighty Spirit. And what this guy does is he's going to allow us to learn the Soul Capture spell, which is going to be useful later on. Nothing we really need as of now. This is the only way to get it in the game, so obviously after finishing the dungeon you want to make sure you pick it up. This is really going to shoot us up a few levels. Yeah, nearly level 80. But as you can see, the karmas as well are adding up quite nicely. 3k, 3k, 3k. And the best thing about all of this is we can hand this dungeon in to Belina Thumb for 1.9 million XP. So let's go do that now. And Belina is located in Astrop City. Now, I do need to get a global presentiment for my Uginak, because obviously I can just click on the map twice and both characters will be running there simultaneously, but at the moment I don't have another potion, so it is running for this poor guy, unfortunately. So yeah, this episode we've actually come quite far. We've upgraded the Yugi, and now he is, I'd say he's actually on par with competing against our Forge Lance, which is nice. He's got some really good spells, and I want to, just before cutting the episode off, I want to go see how much damage we can do now with Cerberus. The added crit, 22% crit, is quite nice for our level. Okay, let's hand this one in, and we go straight to level 66, which means our prayer's leveled up to level 2, which is brilliant because that means... I actually don't have a clue. Oh, here we go. Heals the attacker by 20% rather than 15, so that's going to be really nice. And the dungeon we've just received is the Grotto Hesk. Now this is, I'd say, one of the final dungeons in the level 1 to 50 achievement guide. So if we go down here, 1 to 50, it is, yeah, it's towards the bottom. Obviously this is a new one, which we'll definitely take a look at. But yeah, this dungeon is really hard, especially because of Blitzkrieg, so you have to one-hit every enemy in the same turn, or before their next turn starts, so that's going to be difficult. But a few of the other dungeons are going to be relatively easy, and I think we'll definitely fly through those. So let's claim this on Vazrik, which will send us to level 80. Very nice. And because we are level 80 now, I think there will be some upgrades we can make, such as the amulet and maybe the belt. Let's double check and see in the Haven bag to see if we've got anything. Okay, yeah, so the Royal Cocoa Ambiblop, definitely a lot better than the one we're using, and also the belt as well. And Decoco, wow, that's a really good upgrade actually. So I think that's everything we can upgrade for now. Thankfully I already had these items, so I don't have to spend time maging. Yeah, we're just going to lose the 10 pushback, but we are going to gain some resistances, some crit, some vitality, so, and some pods, I guess. I mean, not really too bothered about that. Oh, that means we're 2 set bonus, so we need to 4 air damage, 50 vitality, 3% crit, 2% crit. Okay, we'll put them ones on for now, but yeah, I believe there's a better pair of boots we can actually upgrade to now, which is going to be good. And let's also get rid of this one for Decoco. Coco is going to be really nice for us. Silver Dofus and Coco means that our survivability is really, really nice. 50? How much do we get? 16, so it's not really worth it. Okay, so that's the Forge Lands pretty much finished for today, and the final thing we want to do is check out how much damage our new Uginak can do, which is exciting. Okay, so this is the reason as to why we want it to be 10 AP, is purely just for this spell. I think we've actually got a few stat points we can put on. 30, yeah. Okay, so Prey State. Cerberus is standard 200, whereas Watchdog was 140. So 202, and you know, on the first turn we could even Watchdog and then Mastiff. So damage wise, you know, 200, 350, 460, and we are Rage State 1. So let's go to Dog mode, and then we can see how much damage we can do altogether. So standard turn, we're going to use Cerberus once, and then Watchdog twice. Yeah, so 500 damage there, 670. I really do think Cerberus is a really nice spell. Has a bit of range as well, which definitely helps us, so we have got a bit more feasibility. And yeah, brilliant stuff. So I'm really happy with how far we've come today. The progress on the Uginak specifically has definitely been very useful. If you guys have any recommendations or tips, obviously do let me know in the comments below. I do read everything. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and staying involved in the series. It really does mean a lot. So yeah, stick around for the next one, guys, and take care.